woke bitches, this is America!
Harley-Davidson, once a symbol of rugged American individualism with rebellious freedom, has traded its leather jackets for rainbow flags. The once beloved motorcycle company, a cornerstone of Americana, is now facing a furious backlash from its loyal fan base.
Harley-Davidson, your reputation has been ruined. The CEO and his far-left policies have angered a lot of your customers, have angered a lot of Americans.
Members of the Sturgis community threatened to switch to riding Indian cycles. But how did this happen, and will the company survive the fallout? Harley-Davidson is facing backlash from motorcycle lovers who believe the renowned American company is deviating from its rebellious origins. Many riders fear the company is embracing a woke identity that clashes with its long-standing image.
Bike brand Harley-Davidson is facing some backlash. A conservative activist named Robbie Starbuck is claiming that the rough and tough American company is going woke.
The shift began with the appointment of a new CEO, a progressive executive with a very different vision for the brand. This CEO, seemingly more concerned with social messaging than motorcycle manufacturing, has overseen a series of initiatives that have alienated many longtime customers. From woke advertising campaigns that feel tone-deaf to the company's public embrace of certain social causes, the changes have been jarring, to say the least, for many who saw the brand as a symbol of something quite different. The longtime Harley owner, a grizzled veteran with decades of loyalty to the brand, feels betrayed. He remembers a time when Harley-Davidson represented freedom, rebellion, and a strong American identity. Now he sees a company more concerned with virtue signaling than building iconic motorcycles. He's not alone. Countless others share his sentiment, their voices echoing across online forums and social media. The boycott is on. His anger isn't about simple conservatism. It's about feeling disregarded. Years of dedication, countless dollars spent, and a deep emotional connection to the brand now feel worthless. He bought into the image, the legacy, the sense of belonging, and he feels that legacy has been deliberately undermined, replaced with something he finds hollow and disingenuous. The new marketing campaigns, filled with imagery far removed from the gritty, rebellious spirit he associates with Harley, only fuels his frustration. He feels as though the company has not only changed, but has actively tried to erase the history and identity that drew him and many others in. Jochen Zeitz, the new CEO, however, sees things differently. In his view, Harley-Davidson needs to modernize its image to attract a new generation of riders. "We care about the planet because we ride in nature," he said in a Q&A with Morgan Stanley in April 2023. "And if you want to be successful, you have to think long-term." With that in mind, in addition to launching Harley-Davidson's Livewire line of electric motorbikes 5 years ago, Zeitz has set a goal for the company to power all of its vehicles on electricity by 2030. He argued that the company's previous marketing was exclusionary and that embracing diversity and inclusion is not only morally right, but also good for business. He believes that alienating longtime customers is a necessary sacrifice to build a more inclusive and sustainable future for the brand, thereby pointing to market research and changing demographics as justification for their actions. But this justification rings hollow to many of the longtime customers. They see it as a thinly veiled excuse for abandoning the very core values that made Harley-Davidson what it is. The argument that the old marketing was exclusionary ignores the strong sense of community and loyalty that Harley built among its customers.
They kept their CEO in place. This guy is like the main cause of the problem. He is so far left, he really needs to step down or he needs to be fired. I hate to say it, but this guy's policies do not align with this company or its customer base.
A community that felt inclusive in its own right. The argument that appealing to a new generation is necessary doesn't account for the sheer number of loyal fans that are now walking away. The CEO's argument feels less like a genuine attempt to evolve the brand and more like a calculated risk, a gamble on a new market segment that may not even pan out. The immediate backlash strongly suggests the gamble isn't paying off. Nowadays, a lot of Harley-Davidson customers adorn their motorcycles with rainbow flags, and groups like Dykes on Bikes frequently ride them during Pride festivities. In 1903, childhood friends William Harley and Arthur Davidson founded the renowned company by producing their first motorcycle in a modest wooden shack in Milwaukee. The rider's use of saddlebags and long boots helped it blend in with the iconography of the American West, and between 1910 and 1960, it expanded its impact in American society by landing contracts with the U.S. Postal Service and police departments. In an attempt to navigate this increasingly fraught situation, the loyal fans of Harley riders try to bridge the gap between the company's new direction and the concerns of its loyal customer base. Their task is monumental, requiring them to delicately balance the CEO's vision with the demands of a vocal and angry customer base. Their public statements are met with skepticism and outright hostility. The damage has already been done. In the midst of the controversy, Starbucks stated that the Harley-Davidson board of directors is under increasing pressure to remove Zeitz. At this point, it's an act of self-preservation for Harley to reverse on wokeness, he wrote on Tuesday. If they don't, the brand is going to suffer in ways they can't recover from anytime soon. Word is spreading among bikers and MMA circles, and now men are joking with other men about them owning Harleys. However, Starbucks promised to look into the other board members, even though Zeitz remained in his current position. They don't seem to care that the CEO is destroying the Harley-Davidson brand, and now I'm curious why, he wrote. Harley-Davidson money has therefore promoted sex change procedures on children and anti-racism efforts against whiteness and Christian privilege, according to Starbucks. Additionally, the organization established employee resource groups, ERGs, which divide employees based on their sexual orientation, gender, and race. Furthermore, according to Starbucks, the motorbike manufacturer is progressively reducing the number of white workers, vendors, and dealers, and the company also signed a human rights campaign statement under Zeitz that Starbucks said was meant to scare states away from passing laws that ban sex changes for kids and ban men from being able to follow girls into bathrooms. Furious motorcyclists have abandoned Harley-Davidson, a legendary motorcycle manufacturer, and blamed its CEO for becoming woke. The expanding campaign, led by conservative influencer Robbie Starbuck, points to CEO Jochen Zeitz's backing of diverse, equitable, and inclusive initiatives, critical race theory, climate change, and strict policies on trans care for children. Harley-Davidson seems to have forgotten who their core customers are, Starbuck, a filmmaker who was also a 2022 Republican House candidate for Tennessee, said. I don't think the values at corporate reflect the values of nearly any Harley-Davidson bikers, Starbucks added. Do Harley riders want the money they spend at Harley to be used later by corporate to push an ideology that's diametrically opposed to their own values? Starbucks is now demanding the company drop its CEO and is rallying motorcycle enthusiasts to his cause at the largest bikers event in the world, the 84th annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in South Dakota. The discussion around Harley's cultural shift has further gained significant traction. Many riders feel the company's new direction starkly contrasts with the freedom-loving spirit that has defined Harley-Davidson for decades. Social media has become a hotbed for frustrated Harley riders, with many expressing their disappointment and plans to move on from the brand. Posts regarding a poorly attended Harley-Davidson 10 at Sturgis provide more evidence of this increasing discontent among motorcycle riders. Harley-Davidson recently changed its distinctive orange and white emblem to a new, simple design which intensified the debate. Critics contend that the new emblem represents a move towards modernism that many devoted followers find disturbing since it lacks the legacy and connection to the brand's illustrious past. The question remains, was the risk worth the reward? The long-term effects of the decision are still unknown. The financial repercussions could be significant, with sales figures potentially reflecting the depth of customer dissatisfaction. Beyond the financial impact, however, lies a deeper question about brand identity and loyalty. Harley-Davidson, for many, represented more than just a motorcycle. It represented a lifestyle, a community, a feeling. The attempt to rebrand, perhaps well-intentioned, has irrevocably altered that perception for a significant portion of the customer base. The challenge now for Harley-Davidson isn't just about recovering lost sales, it's about regaining a lost sense of trust and reconnecting with the very soul of its brand. The future is uncertain, but the path to recovery is clear. Listen to your customers. Despite the backlash, Harley-Davidson remains committed to its vision of innovation and evolution. The company's mission to represent the pursuit of adventure and freedom continues, even as it navigates the complexities of modern branding and customer expectations. The boycott continues and Harley-Davidson's future hangs in the balance. Will the company adapt and regain the trust of its loyal customers, or will it succumb to the consequences of its controversial rebranding? Please leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.